Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. Today we're talking about a topic that I was talking about earlier, I was discussing the channel, and that is, are the Steelers making any more offseason moves? We've seen them make a lot of moves this offseason, adding pieces, of course, during free agency when it was hot, like, Jamil Dean and Jaquan Brisker, trading for Michael Pittman, all type of individuals added to the team. The draft happened, and they also added with Jamin Davis, the linebacker they added recently. We've seen Robert Tonyan get added to our team. Darnell Savage Jr. is on our team now as well. Sunday Samuel Jr., they signed him during free agency time as well. So we've seen a lot of different pieces added to the Steelers team. And Rodgers is back, as we know, and they just added pieces, added individuals back to the team. So we'll see if they have anything left stored for us. We know they went out there and they signed Nick Herbig to extension. They had Darnell Washington to extension. They probably still working on Joey Porter Jr. extension as well. We'll see when that happens and gets done. But the Steelers right now they're showing their cap space as of today. They had $301 million in cap, but they spent good amount of stuff throughout the time. So the cap right now is $5.9 million. Like that, $5.9 million left. They do have some things that are on there, a little bit bonuses to pay out, injury settlements, and different things you have to pay like that. So they should still be $5 million under the cap. And they have opportunity to maybe increase that too. They want to go out there and make a big move still in free agency. They want to see who they want to add. I feel like this year we're still gearing up to go kind of all in. Kind of like last year, it had pieces, but they didn't really add the pieces necessary. We've seen teams like the Bucks, I mentioned before on this channel, when Tom Brady was there, they added pieces. They had the team with Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. The defensive pieces they had there, Leonard Fournette on offense and everything. They had the team geared up and they won a Super Bowl. Same thing for Peyton Manning when he joined the Broncos, a veteran quarterback joining that establishment. Julius Thomas and Eric Decker and Demarius Thomas and all these, Wes Welker and all these different individuals on the team. That defense they had, Von Miller and all those guys. They had DeMarcus Ware, TJ Ward, everybody on that team like that. Aqib Talib. They had the team geared up to go out there and make things happen. So they went out there and added those pieces, and they put Manning in that spot, and they won a championship. They went to 2 Super Bowls. The Steelers last year adding a veteran quarterback in Rodgers. Yes, the defense looked good and stuff, but they didn't really go out there and maximize things. They didn't get a receiver too, and they traded away GP. They had DK Metcalf there with a bunch of just guys like that with them, and it just didn't work out fully with the offense. The defense had moments. I know they looked a little shaky in the beginning. Then they had moments where they flashed. They were ranked 12th against the run. They was top 5 in turnovers and top 5, I think, in sacks as well. But I thought the team can definitely be even better this year with the new coaching staff, especially the defensive side of things with defensive coordinator being switched out. We have Patrick Graham there, going to utilize and play the defense to their strong suits. And also, on the offensive side of things, Mike McCarthy being there calling the plays. Like in my opinion before, I said Mike McCarthy, I feel like he's going to be a future Hall of Famer. I feel like the Steelers have had now 4 Hall of Fame coaches. You have Cowher, of course, Chuck Knowles, the first one. I think he won like 4 Super Bowls like that. He's probably the best of the bunch. And then you have Cowher, and you have Coach Tomlin, Hall of Famer. I think he'll be a Hall of Famer as well. And I think Coach McCarthy will be Hall of Famer too as well. So the Steelers have had Hall of Fame level guys throughout their tenure coaching. I think Coach McCarthy, of course, him coming a little later in his career, it still can help benefit the Steelers like that. Still having that old school mentality, but also we see what he did with Dak Prescott like that, setting things into modern time. Dak Prescott went from a player who was good, but went to an MVP candidate. He finished second in MVP, made an All-Pro team, second team All-Pro underneath Coach McCarthy. So Coach McCarthy can definitely bring the best out. So now the Steelers add those weapons. I think we can see the team gearing up for an all-in type year. So I think they could possibly maybe add some more pieces in the offseason. You never know. They might see some free agents out there, some guys to bring in, some veteran presence to bring in to add to more spots. We know they added a linebacker, but it wouldn't hurt to add maybe another one if you want. If you're looking at things to maybe bring a guy in, or if you want to add somebody else in the DB room, or you want to add another receiver. We'll see. I'm going to go through some of the free agents who are still available, who the Steelers could possibly be looking at, but the Steelers could free some money up. Malik Harrison is still on the team. They did sign the linebacker from the Commanders. They signed him to a contract, but they could save themselves, I think, $4.7 million if they cut Malik. And if they restructure a wide contract, that's $20 million, $17 million if you do it for DK Metcalf, and $6 million for Alex Highsmith. But I think they'll save those restructures probably for, like the future like that. They'll see how things shape out. But Malik Harrison, that could be something. We could look at that being something. But right now, the Steelers, look at their team. Our team is kind of stacked in the sense of like adding pieces, but it never hurt to add like more. You never gonna have too many pieces, especially the interior D line and stuff as well. I think wouldn't hurt. So looking at available targets right now, you look at things on the offensive side of things. Let me go to that. Yeah, of course, Tyreek Hill still available. Stephon Diggs. I don't think the Steelers would add a receiver like that, but you never know because we have DK and Michael Pittman. If you add Tyreek Hill, if he's playing at the level he's playing, he'll be #1 receiver. And he come back playing the same way he played, but he had the injuries and stuff. So him being there, but I think the Steelers would probably be cool in not adding Hill or Diggs like level type receiver because those guys are gonna run the ball a lot more. And you'll have Michael Pittman and DK Metcalf there with Jordan Bernard, and you see how things shape out. But they could definitely get maybe a lower end receiver who's a veteran presence to maybe bring in. So we'll see. But Taylor Decker still available as well. Deebo Samuel still available as well. Looking at on offense, trying to see. Josh Reynolds, receiver, still available. Alan Lazard, I think, is still available too. I'm surprised the Steelers never really went out there to get him. I thought last year they was actually gonna have a chance to actually get him at one point when he got released. I thought because the Aaron Rodgers connection he has, but we'll see. Andrew Hawkins is still available, veteran receiver. Jahan Dotson, he's still out there too as well. So he can play in the slide, do a lot of things. This is entering his year 6. Hunter Renfrow is out there too. Like that. Zay Jones. It's some people out there, some solid individuals who you want to bring in a veteran presence, like in the receiver room. You could probably look to bring in. So we'll see what the Steelers decide to do like that from that standpoint. But looking at defense, you go to the defensive side of things. I think if they wanted to add another interior D lineman, they could. If they wanted to. They want to add an individual like that. Because we've seen L'Jarius Sneed, he got signed to the Chiefs today. He went back to the Chiefs on a $5 million deal. But Marshawn Lattimore's still out there if you want to add another DB. But I think the Steelers might be good. They have Joey Porter Jr. Well, actually, they could add another one if they wanted to because you have Joey Porter Jr. out there, Jamil Dean. Those are your outside corners. So Samuel plays most on the outside. So you have him on the outside. Eccles did a good job playing inside. So I think he'd be your inside guy, him and Jalen Ramsey. And then Dylan Everett, you can play him around too. So if you want to add another piece, another veteran, you could. So we'll see. And they got Diggs still there. They have edge rushers as well still available, like Hassan Reddick and Joey Bosa. A lot of people think the Steelers might trade Alex Highsmith. So what if they decided to say, you know what, trade Highsmith away this year? I don't think they do. I feel like it would be wrong to do it this year. But what they say, like, let's trade Alex Highsmith away and then get one of these guys like Hassan Reddick or Joey Bosa to fill in as a veteran piece. But we'll see what the Steelers decide. But they have him. Kenny Moore. He did get released. I wouldn't mind that. I don't know. If Coach Tomlin was here, I think he would have jumped on that Kenny Moore release already like that. I feel like the legacy of Kenny Moore, what he's been doing with the Colts like that, how good of a player he is. I know he's a little older now. He's only 30 though. But I think it wouldn't be bad to bring him in. Like if you like looking to see I bring another veteran in, I think it wouldn't be bad like to have him in as a player too. But it depends like that. But he might want a full starting role like that as well. So we'll see. But Von Miller, veteran presence out there, still 37, but last year we had like 10 sacks, still playing at a good level. Kyle Van Noy still available, 35 years old. He played pretty good last year too. So it'd be interesting. We'll see what the Steelers do. Like the Harrison Smith, he's still. I think he haven't retired yet fully, but yes, there's some guys out there, some veteran presence out there, some guys out there. And maybe the Steelers want to make one more move to bring in like that. Maybe on the defensive side of things. I think mostly it'd probably be either in the secondary. Or it'd be like a slot receiver or something, a veteran slot receiver just to bring in, just to have there. Or it'd be maybe an interior, like D lineman type guy like that to bring in for more depth. So we'll see what the Steelers decide to do. But yeah, this kind of most of the stuff I want to talk about today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe for more content. Let me know down below what you guys think about the Steelers, possibly bringing in somebody else, or you think they finished, adding anybody in, or they're gonna go out there and maybe search and try to add some more pieces in, try to gear up for an all-in type year, see if they can maximize this season and see if they can go out there actually maybe have a chance to push for a potential Super Bowl run like that, which is might seem a little far-fetched, just a little bit, but hey, you got the right pieces in place, you might can make things happen. Oh yeah, what's name is still available too? Yeah, Bobby Wagner still out there as well. Yeah, Bobby Wagner still available. He played pretty good last year, even at an older age. Dr. Bobby Wagner, I meant to say. Yeah, still available. And then Levante David still out there. So yeah, so some pieces out there still, some pieces. So we'll see what the Steelers do. They decide to bring in anybody, maybe another individual. They already brought linebacker in, like I mentioned before, but it never hurts. You want to bring somebody else in. You get an opportunity to bring another player in who's better, veteran presence. You can do that. Maybe bring another guy in the secondary. Maybe another guy as a receiver, slot receiver or something. We'll see. Let me know down below what you guys think the Steelers should go out there and add any pieces, or should they trade for anybody or make any more moves, or you think they should just be like a temp in this team right now and just go out there and just run with this team. Let me know down below. I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace out.